rank of president within CFX, to kindly share his story with us today. Not only perhaps about CFX, but also multi-level marketing as an industry itself. So I know that a few of us are new to that side of things as well. But just briefly first, just give you a quick insight to myself, because I don't know every single one of you that well. But I'm an accountant by profession. I've been in the travel business for many, many years, over 25 years. Over the last 10 years, we've had a great ride, every year increase in turnover and profitability, very successful company, and, giving me a great income. But then, COVID comes along, and, due to no fault of our own, we suddenly were on a downward spiral, and not having a plan B, you start panicking a bit. I mean, the travel industry will come back. It's, we've had blips before, and, as perhaps you will know yourselves, people who go on regular holidays, they can't wait to get away. So we know that demand will come back, but it's just a question of when. So really, the reason I looked at CFX and other income streams was because I didn't have a plan B. And I think COVID has taught me that you can't sort of have all your income eggs in one basket. You've got to have perhaps one or two other things going as well, just in case something like this happens again. So I looked at CFX. A good friend of mine who's also in the travel industry, he introduced me. And like all these things, you look at the information that he sent to me, and I thought, well, is it too good to be true? I did my own research. And again, being from the travel industry, when you ever do searches like this, you've got to take some things, especially the bad stuff, with a pinch of salt. If you look at TripAdvisor, if you didn't go to any of the hotels that people slate, I mean, you'd never go anywhere. So I thought, this is well worth a go. And I'm so glad I did. Just within a few weeks, I could see that my money, as promised, was coming out every Saturday. I was getting my fast starts, the same day as people were joining. I've withdrawn money, I've grown the business, and it's going from strength to strength. But being mindful that I was sort of new to multi-level marketing, I reached out to Roy, who I saw had been in the business for some time, in the industry of multi-level marketing for some time, and been very successful in CFX, really to get his angle on how all this works and how this business should be taken forward. So yeah, that's over to you, Roy, and perhaps you can enlighten us with regards to the business and how we take things forward.
It's a pleasure. Thank you, Amo. It's thank you for contacting me. I can see one person here, familiar, Mr. Merchant, joined a few of our meetings and asked questions. So yeah, it's good to see you all this evening. Thanks for the opportunity. Like Amo was saying, I have been in this industry for more than 25 years. I came to UK when I was 16 years old. Because of the troubles in Sri Lanka, my father just wanted to get me. He's an irrigation engineer. He just wanted to get me out of the country because it was that bad. And then he sent me here, and then he was begging me to go back to study. So I took his advice eventually, and I did my A-levels, went to uni. I did a degree in mathematics. In my final year, thanks to my sister's friend, there's another invitation technique here as well, invited me to a business opportunity. Most of you must have heard, this is the beginning of networking, water filters, air filters, those days in the 1990s, early 1990s. And 7 months she's been asking, because I was studying at Surrey University. She was asking me to come to Lancaster Gate in London. And I said yes, but I never turned up. So she called my father and said, "Uncle, this guy is going to lose out. It's a good opportunity, bring him." So my dad called me and said, "Roy, let's go and have a look at it," because I called my parents over here after 10 years of me coming here. So I couldn't say no to him, so I went with my dad. I saw people starting a business with 1,500 pounds. And then after 1 year, 2 years, they were earning like 20, 30, 40,000 pounds every month. I said, what? Because being a mathematician, I never thought I wanted to become a teacher or a professor, and I was very good at it. I never thought I will do business. But this concept fascinated me, so I wanted to know more. I got excited. I was in the 20s. I got excited, came and told my friends that I found something like this, and they all started laughing at me. They said, Americans put something in your brain. Just focus on your studies. Don't leave." But fortunately, I didn't fall for it. Then I started learning more and more, and I just wanted to share with you a couple of slides because it was about network marketing. You guys want to know as well, so I wanted to see this. So when I found out that this industry, network marketing and direct sales industry, you can go and put on Google, which is the biggest industry. We all thought maybe the Hollywood, the Bollywood, or the sports industry, but the direct sales and network marketing industry created more millionaires. It's the biggest industry in the whole world. They created more millionaires than any other industries in the history of marketing. And so since then, I was proud of it. My mom was against it. You guys know our community, you study, get a job. And then she already started, because I'm doing my final year, she's already started looking for a girl. So, fortunately, I didn't fall for it. And when I found out about this, I was proud to be part of this. Number one. Number two, I figured out this is the most ethical business in the world, because every single person, it doesn't matter, it's Cash FX. I was number one distributor for Malaluka. I was number one distributor for ASEAN. The few multinational companies, they are all, few of them in the stock exchange and all that. And I built up bigger organizations for these companies. But every time I join, say for an example, you join with Cash FX or you join with Malaluka, when you register with that company or Cash FX, you deal directly with that company. So if I sell 100,000, if I'm an owner of a Tesco, I sell 1,000 products, I get paid a commission. Same here. If I'm registered with Cash FX, I bring 1,000 customers, and they sell 1,000 products. Because I did the work, I'm going to be getting paid. That is ethical. But most important thing is every single one buys the product for the same price. Tell me where I can buy 2 Coca-Colas from the same 2 Tesco's. I cannot buy Coca-Cola can for the same price. So everybody deals directly with the company. Everybody buys the product for the same price. Bill Clinton said the network marketing is the most ethical business in the whole world. So when I found that out, I was proud to participate in. That is why I was in it. After NSA, I went into a telecommunication business with the right product. Before Libra, we were even supplying for Libra. Even the Libra name didn't come out, but I was with the wrong people. And just to cut the long story short, after that, I involved in properties. Until 2008, I was buying commercial rundown properties, build them out, and renting out. I have a jewelry shop in Ealing Road. I already rented out. This is what I was doing. But 2008, when the crash came in, because of the way I buying the property, I kept all the properties I have, but I couldn't add more. That's when I come into network marketing again. And I built a big organization with ACN, telecommunication giant. But the residual income, the passive income was not there. So that took a break. I was actually helping an Italian company online business for few years. Then I found out. I actually started buying Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, from 2014-15. When it was about $250, $300, I made a lot of money from Bitcoin as well. So me and Brian Chittig is my business partner. We were planning to start a Bitcoin cryptocurrency business. And that is why I called Martin Orina. And he said, come over. And then I went and met him. And he said, last 6 months, this is what I'm doing. Cash FX, I went to Panama. And I met the owners. I sat down with these guys. I saw their office in Royal Bank of Scotland. This is really good business. So Martin Orina and me worked together, and Richard Mode as well, who's above Martin Orina. We worked together on a project. They were in my team in around 2014-15. So we are very good friends. So if say for an example, if Amo and me are very close friends, if Amo came back told me that he went to Panama, seen everything, I don't need to do that again. So I was fortunate. It was easy for me to start the business straight away, and I worked with Martin. But with Brian, uh, he saw this business in November 2014 and November 2019, and the person invited him. He didn't have a good reputation, so he looked at it the wrong way. He saw the 20%, 30%, and he worked it out. And he said he thought this is a scam. Imagine his best mate, me and Brian doing everything together last 8 years. So when I called Brian, Brian was like this, "Oh no, Roy, that's a scam." So just to cut the long story short, eventually I said, Martin, Richard, these are my, our buddies. We know each other. These guys are doing it. So Brian he joined. He started. He probably sent me more Google giggles than anybody else. He said, Brian, Roy, this is hard work. This is hard work, because his heart was not there. After 2 weeks, he called me and he said, Roy, if this business is good for you, it's good for me. I said, Brian, it doesn't work like that. Take a flight. He lives in Belfast. I come to London. Let's sit down with these guys. If this is good for us, we will do it. So just to cut the long story short, when we sit down, we had a chat with the lead trader, John Wilson. And then John Wilson said to me that this changed both of us lives. So John Wilson said, say for an example, 50,000 members join CashFX. We know that CashFX have now 170,000 members. For an example, 50,000 members joined CashFX with $1,000. That's $50 million for CashFX. So the basic contract is every $1,000, you get $2,000 back, yes? So $2,000 back means they are trading and giving you that money. So when you give you $2,000, let's get to the basic. The 50 million, 30 million goes to the trade. 50 million goes as the market affiliate commission, so that's paid out to every one of us. So this 35 million, using the 35 million, they pay out 200 million. So for basically what's going to happen, each of us put 1,000, we got 2,000 back. When we get the 2,000 back, what happens to the $700? Anybody know?
It stays with CashFX.
That's CashFX's profit. Okay. So what the trader told me, so for an example, Amo buys a $1,000 package, he gets $2,000 back. Amo will definitely going to put another 1,000 in it or not. Yeah, because he had a positive experience. So if you put another 1,000, now if all the 50,000 members do that, now CashFX has 70 million on the trade volume. They only have to pay out 35 million commission. You understand? So what the trader told me, John Wilson told me, is, Roy, every 8 to 10 months, my job become easier because my trade volume doubles. And Brian was sitting there, and Brian said, this company, is an Irishman. You had few swear words to say, and then he said, Roy, this company is not making money. This company is minting money. And then he said, I'm in. And that's when we started, and we introduced about 14 people. Brian introduced more than 50 people himself. He took a position under my wife, and we started the business together. Now we have about 11,500 people in our organization. And, I'll quickly show you my back office as well. But I wanted to make sure that you understand. But also, CashFX, in networking in MLM companies, the problem is there's a bigger one challenge. In business, we all are business people. In business, we have to do something to make money. But 90% of the people who come into the networking industry, they don't know anything about business. They are working people, and they don't want to learn anything. And they just they put money and they expect to make money. It doesn't work. So this is why the MLM industry is a problem, because it's not regulated, no links. Even if you buy a franchise with McDonald's, if you don't follow the instruction with McDonald's, they're not going to keep you there. So with the networking industry, people start with 1,500 pounds. Tom, Dick, and Harry will start, but if they don't put the work in it, they cannot succeed, and they can talk. 95% of people talk. That's why 95% of the people only have 5% of the wealth. Let's come into the business. The beauty with CashFX, the product CashFX has is giving them money. So nobody can come back to us and say that because of Ammo I put some money in, because if they don't like it, they can always take the money and go. Make sense? But this is what you guys need to understand. Taking a franchise, if you treat this business as a franchise business, CashFX is giving you an opportunity to become a franchise owner, not a franchisee. What do I mean? If you take a McDonald's have 1,000 plus branches. Each branch they have to pay a franchise fee. Because of that, McDonald's is $1 billion company. But if you buy a franchise from McDonald's, you only have $250,000 you pay or more, but you only have one branch. Even if you want to expand, you need another $250,000. So with CashFX, I introduced those 14 people. Now I have 11,500 people because I achieved the position of president. Every single person, whatever they do, I'm making a percentage. Okay, same opportunity like franchise have CashFX is giving you, starting with $300. Okay, so this is why when you join this business, I don't want to go through this. You guys are already in the business. You already bought a package, but learn the business. Very important. I was telling a merchant in a couple of meetings. He came as well. Said you need to convince yourself. Okay, if it's not about we convincing anybody. Convincing people doesn't work. Okay, that is why I was in this industry 25 plus years and still here and happy, because even with the product-based businesses I was doing, I was using the product, I was only sharing it. There's a company called Malaluka, 30 plus years old company. Every single product I use in my house is Malaluka. They are all from shampoo to wash, but it's not easy to build a business. But it is very important. Same here, CashFX. I'm happy. I have $200,000 packages with CashFX, so I'm sharing it. I put the money in it and I'm sharing it. So you need to convince yourself and then just share it. Okay, it's very important. Don't invite people to join the business. You only invite them to share the opportunity that you really like it, and let them decide. And it will become very easy for you. And then, once you join, make sure you set up a training with your senior partner, and then join and purchase a package. $300. We just go out for a meal, spend it. So let them get inside first and check it out. Okay, I tell my friends, you put $300. If you don't like it, I buy the, me and you guys and me never going to struggle for $300. So you can take his package back. So nobody has given it to me back. Okay, but the reason I tell them is to learn, because. And the next thing, another thing I will tell you, as I told you my story, even when I was doing my A-levels, when I was doing my university, nobody told me that I should be reading these kind of books. Okay, but when I started network marketing, they told me that they told me I need to read these books. This changed my life. My son started reading Rich Dad Poor Dad when he was doing his first year in university. He came out of university, now working for Barclays. He has a wealth. He got a lot of money. He's now even looking at how to buy a property, because he started investing money when he was in the university, and he understands how to create wealth. So this is very very important. This is what lacking because the education system. Okay, so and if you guys want to be really successful in network marketing, Jim Rohn, I listen to him every day. This guy is the what do you call the grandfather of motivational training. But go to YouTube and put how to build a successful network marketing business, Jim Rohn. He will tell you the challenges you're going to face but how to come out of those challenges, and he will give you ideas what you need to do and so on and so forth. So again, applied knowledge is power. But I don't know. So CashFX was different, because one thing, if you have regulated, a friend of mine have 25 years. He has an estate agent. He's an IFA. I'm attracting even high-end English people with big independent financial advisor background and putting in $100,000. They're starting with $100,000. You check it for 2 weeks, and a few people have just put $100,000. The reason is EverFX is a regulated company. So, for an example, if you are a Barclays customer and you putting in a lot of money and receiving a lot of money, Barclays will close your account. If they call you and they close your account, not because they don't like the money, it's because they are abide by the regulation rules. If they don't abide by the rules, they will lose their license. Same with EverFX. CashFX is a customer of EverFX. So if I'm the auditor going in, if CashFX is not doing what they are saying they are doing, EverFX will lose the license. So the regulated guys understand this. That is why they are coming in. This is why it was very easy for me to build this business. Okay, so these are important. But going forward, not everybody who understands regulation, they know if they put money in a regulated company, it's safe. Okay, but the problem is, say for an example, if you put £1 million in Barclays, if Barclays go down, you only get 85,000 back. But if you put £1 million on a regulated broker, you will get all the £1 million back. But the question is, what's the point of putting money in a regulated platform, a trading platform, if you don't know how to trade? So again, CashFX has to come. So that is where I'm coming. The Bitcoin is never going to be changed because of the nature of the currencies in the world. The future is going to be cryptocurrency. And also, imagine if I have business in 50 countries, the company have business in 190 countries. Each country have different currencies. It's a headache. The thing is, the reason why Elon Musk and a lot of trillionaires, one trillionaire also get involved, because if you invest in gold, if they want to find gold, they can take gold out. Bitcoin, they can't do that because Bitcoin only.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to sell. You can actually use Bitcoin, like merchant is saying. You can use Bitcoin to buy Tesla in the future as well. So,
Roy, one question on EverFX. They are not regulated in the UK, are they?
No, good question. They are not regulated in UK. They are regulated in UK because they have a European license, and so FCA.
Is it effective after Brexit?
It is because FCA has said that because of the license they have, it is fine. Only reason they don't have FCA is because of Brexit. Because when they applied for it, FCA said until the Brexit is sorted out, we cannot do it. So they will get the FCA license very soon. They already applied and they approved, but only reason they haven't allocated is because of FCA. But what they have I have some information, I can send it to you, that EverFX said that they have, because of the license they have, we accept it. Then they can work in the United Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
Just quickly before we wrap up, I mean, the whole what I've been researching with multi-level marketing and CFX, and correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, the fortune's really in growing your team. Is that correct? Or growing your team perhaps with the right people?
Yeah. So basically, it depends on how much money you want to make. So if you want to be making the kind of 10, 15, 20,000 a week or more, then you need to build up, because the maximum package you can have is $100,000. So $100,000 will give you an average $4,000 per week. Okay, so if you want to if you're going to make big money, it's on the team. But also, it's about finding. Networking is not about introducing thousands of people. Networking is about finding. So, for an example, in my example, I introduced 14 people. And working with those 14 people, I got about 5-6 serious people. And one of them is Brian Chittick. I mean, on my 11,500 people, Brian Chittick have 6,000 people. So it's about 2-3 finding the good people and helping them develop a team. In my beginning of my career, all the mistakes I made is for an example, don't take me wrong, say I find Mo, and Mo doesn't want to do anything, but in order for me to go president, I need to make Mo director. So I will try to make Mo director. That's the mistake I made. But eventually, when I understood, I started looking for serious people, and then once I find them, I help them build a team. So this is why this kind of meetings are very important, because once your team and your leaders understand, and then it is very easy to help them build a business. Even if you don't have networking background, it's not a problem. My top director, one of my top director, Mahidan, is also from Sri Lanka. He's like my elder brother. He was at petrol station. He was very successful in having petrol stations and also nursing homes. Since he started with me, after he started making about $1,000 a week, he said, "What am I doing with these petrol stations?" So, he get rid of all of them, give in to managers, and came in full time. Now he's making around $15,000 a week, and he's doing it full time. So it can be learned, because it's about, we always do this, and it's in the pandemic time, this is actually a what do you call? We're actually going to help people to change their life.
Yeah. No, I think it's what I'm seeing. I'm talking to people like myself, who perhaps had only one main income stream, and they've lost that due to no fault of their own. And I think having 2 or 3 different income streams is definitely the key thing going forward. But another question that I get asked quite a bit about CFX is longevity. I mean, how long is it going to be going on this upward trajectory? Is it going to be 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 5 years, 10 years? What's going to be? Again, you haven't got a magic ball to tell us that answer, but
You're familiar with this website?
yeah, I've seen, yeah.
I sent it to you. So we actually set this website up. A friend of mine who's been in the business 15 years experience, he set it up. Welcome.yourdreamlifestyle.com. So what this website, you can actually click this and see this video. But most important thing is click on Why CashFX, and then go through this. It's very important for first new people coming in. This is the COO, now the business development director of EverFX, on stage, talking about the partner relationship that they have, and also about EverFX and everything. It's about 8-minute video. Watch this, because he's working for a regulated company. So if he mess up, CashFX mess up, this guy can go to jail. The regulated people will understand how. And then if I say this is not a scam, I might be biased because I'm already part of this. But this is a YouTube expert talking about why he thinks this is not a scam. He took a package and he step by step making understand. But most important thing, this guy, check this guy out. Ron Pope is the owner of Conversion Pros. He's a multi-millionaire. He has a business in 150 plus countries. He set up back offices and softwares for Fortune 500 companies and network companies. And his company is probably the number one or few the top companies in the digital marketing. Okay, Conversion Pros, you can check him. He's on LinkedIn, Facebook, everything. But this guy put his name on this. He said, because he said the program, he actually set up our back office. He said on this interview, he's saying why he thinks CashFX have a 20-year plan and he believes in it. That's why he said he needs to be the number one distributor. So he's the master distributor for CashFX. He does presentations and so on and so forth. So also go to cashfxgroup.com and then click on About Us, and you have all these information I'm talking about, the kind of professionals behind, and so on and so forth. And just to finish this question, Georgia Dinsa is actually a billionaire. Recently joined this business about a month ago, and for 2 weeks he was actually asking all these questions. And eventually he asked me one question, me and Brian. He said, "Roy, if this is a scam, tell me. That's fine. I will find a way." And me and Brian were laughing, and Brian told his story, why he took 3 weeks and why he put his name on this. Because if it is a scam, myself, I don't need to be involved, because I'm already, I got a property portfolio that will pay me a passive income for life. As long as I collect the rent, I'm fine. And I also have a couple of other businesses going on the side as well. So if I'm going to do something, then it has to be at least good for me, to put my name on this. And so after this many years of experience, I got a lot of friends come in just because I'm asking them to, and then they will say, Roy. So that's why I did my due diligence, and for me, this is going to be a long-term company. Say, for an example, when I was listening to Vaska, the owner, now I have direct access to him. I speak to him on a weekly basis, and he said, with the knowledge he has on cryptocurrency and also financial trading market, he said the financial industry has not been disrupted. All the people in the financial industry are the same people there. He said he will disrupt it. So I'm sitting there and thinking, this company, this guy wants to build, like Uber, Airbnb. He wants to build a $25+ billion company. And I don't get excited, but on that day I was sitting there and thinking, my God, I'm going to be one of the top distributors in a company that is going to go 25 billion plus. So this is very important. This is why we created this. So guys, it's important. Don't do it for me. Don't do it for more. Do it for yourselves. All the questions you have, get yourself answered. And then this website got a lot of information. But if you got 10 minutes, please listen to this video. Then you will go through. There's got a lot of hundreds of testimonies and so on and so forth. This is like an office. We built it for our team.
Yeah, that's.
And if you another thing I will do as well, if you guys and more I love this kind of meetings, and meeting you guys. This is the first time meeting you, but keep in touch, and you will share your number with everyone, and this is what I do full time. So I got a big team in Canada. I got a big team in Australia. You can imagine. The first call I had was 9:30. We had a Zoom presentation with the Australians. But I love it, and it's just we can really change people's lives for sure. And
So I think after seeing your back office, I think I'm going to have to go and have a bit of a lie down.
No, the key thing, more. The key thing, what you need to understand, it's not about my back office. I'm not showing off here, but the way I can build this is I need you guys to have a back office like mine. This is the beauty of network marketing. That's the only way I can go to the next level. Or even if money is not an issue anymore. It's about the right people and helping them. That's it. Even a billionaire putting his head into it. We will elaborate on that later. Thank you, guys. I need to go.